Right, so Connor, talking about legal changes right now. First, I guess I'll start with like what I'm going through in terms of legal changes, which is a little bit complicated, but my school's been great. They changed both my name and my gender marker on the roster, so all forms say I'm Connor, everything says I'm Connor. So I don't have any problems with that, which is awesome, because there are some other schools that'll wait. I need to stop swimming around my chair. There's some other schools that'll say, we would like some legal stuff done outside of school in order for us to change your name, which would suck, but my school is being awesome about it. I live in Minnesota, by the way. That's kind of important to know for this particular topic, and I just ate, so I'm kind of like, bleh. Anyway, changing names is generally pretty easy on different forms, but changing your gender marker is a bit more complicated. So what I'm going through with changing names legally outside of school is I'm trying to get a notary, which is, legally changing my name, basically, on, like, most stuff, I think. So then, my legal name is Connor. But the problem with that is, so I went to the bank to get the notary with my parents, which should have worked out fine, except for the fact that I just turned 14, and I had no, identification, like picture identification with my name and whatnot, with, my previous name, which you need to get a notary if you're 14 or older. And so what me and my mom did was we went to, like, a state place, and I got a state ID in my old name, which stunk. That wasn't very fun. I don't like hearing my old name. But anyway, so the only problem right now is Minnesota's government is shut down, so I don't think I'll be getting my state I won't be getting my state ID until the government's running again. Even if I did, you can't get notaries and whatnot while the government's shut down, so right now I'm just kind of in the process of waiting for all that to get done. So then gender markers are... sorry, I'm still just... But gender markers are a bit more complicated in the sense that usually you have to have some sort of hormone changes going on, whether that's testosterone or hormone blockers, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you're doing something with hormones, most different forms or whatever will say, we'll change your gender marker because you're doing this stuff. But however, your Social Security will not, at least in Minnesota, and they'll wait for you to have some sort of surgery, and then they'll change your gender marker. So, I'll be hoping to have surgery, but of course it's hard to get into surgery usually because there aren't that many doctors that supply surgeries for transgender people, and they're really expensive, so I'm gonna have a while to wait for that. And the only reason I would want to get that changed specifically on my Social Security is when I get a job when I'm older, the company will look at different forms that I have to make sure, my name and everything matches up on all these different forms to make sure I'm not, stealing somebody's identity or something. So they'll look at my Social Security and say, maybe your name's right on here, but your gender is different, what's up with that? And basically I'd have to out myself to my employers, which honestly I don't have too much of a problem with, because I don't think I would want to work with a company that, would say, oh, we don't accept employing transgender people. I'd say, whatever, I don't want to work here then. So I guess it's not a problem, but it's just kind of an awkward situation, to be put into, so it's nice to have all of that changed. And then last but not least, I got the lucky chance I was in, and I will be in once summer is over. Ugh, school. I hate school. Anyway, once the school year starts, I'll be back into kind of a group counseling session with other teenagers. And when we were doing this last school year, we had some experienced transgender people come in and talk to us, and we also had a lawyer who specializes in transgender. It might just be LGBT, but I think he was kind of specific on transgender topics and issues with legal changes, so he was able to just kind of talk us through everything, which was really nice, because if he wasn't there, we'd have to figure out how to do all this stuff by ourselves. But he gave us a lot of papers and a lot of explanations, so which I didn't really remember any of, but my parents did, so they know kind of what to do and how to go about making these legal changes. So if you ever get a chance to talk to somebody who is an expert in transgender legal stuff, I highly recommend it. Even though it's really boring and kind of gave me a headache, I still highly recommend it because it's been super helpful. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Okay, bye.